G'day guys, Mad Aussie here. I found an interesting website with a recent article from February the 4th, 2022. The website is Sydney Criminal Lawyers, and this article is called Morrison to Silence Online Dissent Under Pretext of Protecting Against Trolls. So here on the left we got Scott Morrison, the online troll in the middle here, and Peter Dutton on the right. I'm not going to read out all of this article. If you want to read it all, you can. It'll be linked down below, and you can access that yourself and have a good look through it. I will read out all of this intro they've got going here because it's quite interesting. Governments globally have found social media a prickly beast to deal with, as it's provided those not usually afforded a voice in mainstream media with a platform and an audience where they can express opinions without being filtered through editorial departments prior to posting. This has meant that online criticism of government has been rife, and the key Australian politician who's been expressing umbrage about the ability of online critics to convey their political opinions has been Defence Minister Peter Dutton. Last April, online critics reported having received letters from his legal representatives. The minister then successfully sued refugee advocate Shane Bazzi over labelling him a rape apologist, and Dutton has further suggested establishing a legal fund for politicians to pursue defamation cases. So it's with this mounting online criticism in mind that the Liberal Nationals government released its exposure draft of the Social Media Anti-Trolling Bill 2021 on the 1st of December. The Prime Minister Scott Morrison, however, has been spruiking these laws designed to force social media companies to provide the true identity of hidden online critics as being measured to combat horrific abuse and harassment and stalking online, and in particular the ability to harass women. In contrast, online rights advocates have been screaming from the rooftops that this bill has nothing to do with protecting average Australians from online abuse, but rather it's all about enabling politicians like Dutton to uncover anonymous critics so that they can then take legal action. This section is titled "A Ruse at Best." First of all, most online abuse isn't defamatory, so it will be completely unaffected by this legislation, advised ANU Research School of Computer Sciences Dr. Vanessa Teague. She outlined whether that be racist, sexist, transphobic, threatening, or any other form of online vitriol. Much of this is not anonymous now, but continues anyway, so removing anonymity would not make any difference, the academic told Sydney Criminal Lawyers. According to Teague, even in cases where online abuse is found to be slanderous, those targeted need to have the financial capacity to mount a defamation lawsuit to counter it, and therefore in relation to most regular people, this will be out of reach. The bill will make it much easier for the already powerful to initiate defamation action against people who seem to be in Australia and have made accusations against them online, the doctor made clear. This next section is called The Guts of the Bill, and it's basically outlines, what they are requested to do. What I mean by they are the social media companies. So I'll read a little bit out. This would require companies like Facebook and Twitter to verify the details of users, which would include their name, the name they're usually known by, their email address, their phone number, and perhaps other details as specified in the legislative rules. The bill further sets up a defence for social media companies over potential defamatory comments, which involves having a complaint scheme where the suspect comment is removed, the location of the commenter is revealed, along with their details if in Australia within a 72-hour period. Next section is called Five Eyes Overreach. I had a quick look up what Five Eyes Security Alliance is, and it's a sort of an online alliance between US, UK, Canada, New Zealand and Australia. And this goes on to say that no one of them other countries could have this bill in place because of their constitutional protective rights that they have. and we're lacking, which is kind of a bit of a worry. So this part here, the Toller Act is Dutton's handiwork. It provides a framework enabling law enforcement to get around the encrypted messaging system of communication providers, and the laws are thought to have extended the reach of the US law enforcement agencies during a global crime sting last year. Goes on down to the next section, which is the last one. In an election year, as part of its consultation process on the draft bill, the Attorney General's Department has received a swag of submissions with various entities, making it clear that their assessment of the bill turns up no real protection from online abuse, but rather enhances defamation law. And in stark contrast to the PM's spiel, when questioned by the Select Committee of Social Media and Online Safety last week, the AG's Defamation Task Force Assistant Secretary Michael Johnson said, "The bill is about defamation and is not intended to address broader types of online harm." Indeed, while the PM wants us to believe the laws are all about protecting the vulnerable, who aren't empowered to take action against the very real harm of online abuse, it will rather enhance the ability of politicians like Dutton, Barilaro and Andrew Laming, who want to silence critics. The bill therefore seems extremely unlikely to have much impact on online abuse of ordinary people, Dr. Teague concluded. "I am concerned that it will make it much easier for powerful people to threaten those who criticize or embarrass them online, and that is particularly serious in an election year." Alright, that's the end of that. This is actually an interesting website. They are lawyers and do their own articles. Over here on the right up the top we've got articles, and that's where I found this. There's a few others there. You can send an online inquiry to these guys just here on the right. Yeah, get an opinion straight from a lawyer, I guess. So thanks for watching, hope you found that interesting, and I'll catch you in the next video.
You could try to play, but you're never gonna beat me. Look the other way, what I'm doing ain't easy. Bloody hands stained from the people who deceive me. Muddy hands break through the chains, go free me.